What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Epic Gamer, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little different, and I'm going to make a series, and I'm going to continue this series. Is probably my forefront for my actual YouTube channel, and that is giving game reviews, but with a twist. Only giving myself 10 minutes to give you the most in-depth idea of new and old games, and giving my personal opinions. Are they good? Or are they bad? Are they worth playing? So, with all that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy this. This is the first episode in 10-minute game reviews, episode 1, Grounded. I hope you enjoy, and let's get this started. Alright, a little bit about the story. So essentially, 4 teenagers get kidnapped, they get shrunk down, and they get trapped in the backyard. Now, on top of that, of being shrunk down to the size of an ant, you are stuck in the backyard that is literally infested with everything out there trying to eat you or kill you, and your goal is trying to uncover the secrets and try to escape this backyard, and of course, ultimately survive. Now, the game is kind of like an RPG survival sandbox type game where you have so many different things that you can do. You have little dungeons, which are laboratories that you can search through and try to uncover secrets, and of course finding materials. There are all different types of bugs, from beetles to bees to wasps to spiders, and by fighting each one of these different insects, they give materials after killing them, and you can use that to build weapons and armor. The better the weapon, the better the armor, the better chances you have for survival. Now, on top of that, you can also create things like walls and fences and doors to create your own personalized base to try to keep you safe. Because in this game, it is good to have an area that you can call base, because you can essentially gather so many different resources, from sap to acorns to berries and so much more. So as you progress through the game, there are different elements that you have to pay attention to, and that is different elements depending on what section of the backyard you are in. For instance, near a charcoal grill and in the sandbox, it will give you a sizzling effect. Means that your character is getting too hot too fast. If you do not have the correct armor on, you will burn up and essentially die relatively quickly. Now, there is a small pond that is close to the upper backyard that you can dive into, and you can swim underwater, but your time is extremely limited. So by collecting the correct resources, you can essentially make scuba equipment that will allow you to dive much deeper into the water. And there is another location that is basically a aerosol, a bug spray that is spraying out, and if you go into that area, you will become poisoned and you will die relatively quickly. But if you get the right materials, you can construct a gas mask that allows you to be in the poison area. But eventually you can plug up this area and cut off the poison, but in doing so will release whelp. I'll just let all of you find out if you have not played Grounded. Now, overall, Grounded is such an epic and amazing game that I have personally spent hundreds of hours in, by collecting resources, building an amazing base, and going around and finding all the unique secrets. So let's just talk a little bit about all the different things that you can encounter and things that you can fight within Grounded. So let's talk about some of the giant bugs that you'll have to encounter within the backyard. Now, you have some bugs that are passive. That means these bugs will not attack you, but if you attack them, they will engage in combat with you. For instance, you have the aphid and the weevil. They will not attack you, they will flee, but most of the time they die in a single hit, but they will try to run from you. Now, a ladybug is a much bigger bug, but if you attack it, the ladybug will engage in combat, and the ladybug can actually be very, very strong at the beginning of the game and can definitely wreck you within seconds. Unless you know what you're doing, or of course if you have people you are playing with. Now, as you get further along, you will run into bees, wasps, ox beetles, spiders, and a lot of spiders. So if you do have arachnophobia, fair warning, because there are quite a few spiders that you will have to deal with within Grounded. Now I want to talk a little bit about the spiders. The spiders are actually quite amazing, and I love the fact that they make these spiders so terrifying and so aggressive, because I'm sure that if you are someone that has played Grounded, I'm sure that you were walking across the backyard and came across a wolf spider and ran for your life. I know I personally did, because I was running across the backyard during the night trying to get back to base, and that is when I ran smack dab into a wolf spider, and we'll just say that it ended very badly. Now, of course, as you progress further throughout the game, these bugs will not stand any chance against you at all. Now, there are boss fights that you can encounter within Grounded, and these boss fights are absolutely epic. I won't give any spoilers for people that have not played Grounded, but trust me when I tell you, all the boss fights in this game are epic, but you need to go crazy prepared, because some of these bosses can be quite difficult. So, with all that being said, I personally think Grounded is such an amazing game. And if anybody didn't know, Grounded 2 is releasing the 29th of this month, and I am super excited because, like I said, I sunk hundreds of hours into this game, playing by myself, playing with my buddies, of us going around and collecting all the resources, finding all the secrets, crafting legendary weapons, upgrading them, creating bases and zip lines from all over the map. And let me tell you, if you enjoy like a big sandbox to where you can just essentially build and find stuff everywhere, this game is most definitely for you. So let's finish this video up by just giving my personal opinions on this game. Now, Grounded is such an amazing game that I have hundreds of hours sunk into this, and let me tell you, I think you guys would truly enjoy and love this game. Grounded has an amazing story that you can follow, and it tells you all the secrets and what happened and all the things that you can uncover. On top of that, they have secret laboratories that hold so many dark secrets, and of course hold so many rare vital resources that you will need, and of course weird recipes that you have to use to summon the true monstrosities of the backyard in Grounded. On top of that, there's so many cool weapons and armor sets that you can make by collecting it from fighting roly-polies and moths, giant beetles, and of course you have Oreweaver spiders. And to top it off, one of the scariest spiders in this game is a Black Widow. There are multiple Black Widows that you can find all throughout the backyard. And I don't know about you guys, but a Black Widow is a very scary, but yet a very poisonous spider. Now, on top of that, there are milk molars that you can find. Milk molars basically give you upgrades to your health, strength, stamina. And also there are mutations. The mutations are things that you can find that give you, buffs on attack or strength. Some make you run faster, more stamina. Others can give you better defense. Some will give you protection against poison. There's just so many different things that you can find throughout this backyard. It's absolutely amazing. Then on top of that, all the cool things that you can build and collect and find. Trust me when I tell you, Grounded is such an epic and amazing game. And if you like a good, RPG, sandbox, survival game, this game is most definitely for you. Grounded, I definitely, like I said, I rate 9 out of 10. I wish there was a few things they would have changed, but Grounded 2 is right around the corner, and I cannot wait. If you do not know, Grounded 2 will be releasing on Xbox, on Game Pass, on July 29th, and I am super excited. So with all that being said, I definitely rate Grounded as one of the best games I've ever played. So I highly recommend that you guys download it, give it a shot. If you don't like spiders, there is an arachnophobia mode, so you can cut that off if you need to. But with all that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and this is going to be a new series that I'm going to continue. So, I will see all of you in the next one.